Well, David M. Crawford, age 71, is somebody that you do not want to piss off. He is a former Maryland police chief. And when he holds a grudge, my goodness, does he hold a grudge? This guy is accused of setting 12 revenge fires. He is a former police chief. It's Stacey Cole and Carol Hughes here. What do you think about this story? We'll go into it, but what are your first thoughts?
Well, number one, I think he's somebody with that title. So he's got himself at a different level than everybody else. I am the police chief. And how dare you cross me? And
Yes.
So it doesn't really surprise me. But like setting fires, and the guy got life sentences for this.
As he should have. You know, there's a line at the end of the story here that he never intended to cause harm. Bullshit. I call absolute bullshit on that. What do you mean you never meant to cause any harm? You're setting fires to people's homes at 4 a.m. What do you think's going to happen? What is your eventual goal with this?
Yeah, you're not calling them saying, "Hey, get out. There's a fire in your garage. I'm the police chief. I'm here to protect you."
Right?
You know, you're just letting the fire go.
What an asshole. Well, the story goes like this. David M. Crawford, a former police chief, has been accused by prosecutors in Maryland of engaging in a series of arson attacks against individuals that he held grudges against. After resigning as the police chief in 2010, Crawford allegedly spent the following decade systematically targeting his foes, including former colleagues, relatives, neighbors, and even a chiropractor or two. How do you get pissed at your chiropractor? They help you.
My back still hurts.
Oh my God, what a prick. According to court documents filed in this case, investigators discovered that he had a target list concealed with the suspect's mobile phone, which contained the names of all known victims. Crawford selected individuals to target for various reasons, including perceived offenses by former colleagues. He had a personal grievance against chiropractors. He had racial and social factors playing a role. And I did read that he even targeted his stepson at one point. He did have an entry on his arson target list referring to an individual as white privilege. He's white. I just want to point that out. He's white, but he targeted somebody with the title in his list as white privilege. So what he would do is he would set fire to vehicles and homes, typically in the early morning hours when people were asleep. His electronic devices gave authorities a wealth of information concerning his actions, ranging from Google Map searches for the addresses of those victims to the data retrieved from his Apple Health app, which indicated that he was awake and active during the early hours preceding the attacks. So I know a lot of the cases that we follow, your iPhone gives away so much of your life.
Well, and I'm thinking this is an older guy since he's retired, right?
Yep, he's 71.
He probably doesn't have any idea all the information that's on his phone. Like
Absolutely.
He's smarter than all of that.
And he's probably thinking nobody knows anything. Well, bullshit. There's all kinds of search history. I was taking a look at my iPhone the other day and looking at my health app. I can't believe what it's been tracking that I gave permissions to a long time ago and forgot about. I mean, it's tracking all kinds of stuff. It's actually, there's a pedometer on there. I wear an Apple Watch, so I don't need the pedometer on my phone, but it's still tracking my steps and it's tracking where I went.
And see, and I think people just don't always think about that.
No.
That's why burner phones are so popular.
Absolutely. And that's exactly it. You pretty much are burning the phone when you're done. Just you get rid of it, you pull out the chip, you're done, walk away, and it can't track you. But these phones, I mean, they're lifesavers, and yet they give away everything that you do. So I'm sure this 71-year-old had no idea what they could find inside his phone, idiot. Here's an interesting part of what kind of led them to figuring out that he was their guy. In an ill-fated attack in 2011, he targeted 2 vehicles parked at the residence of the then deputy city manager. In recorded footage, because they had security footage, the arsonist unintentionally set his lower leg ablaze and then resorted to stomping on his shoe in a frantic attempt to extinguish the flames. Among the items recovered by investigators were a size 10 Nike sneaker, a Bic lighter, a wooden stick, and remains of some burned up jeans. Well, guess what? He's got a scar on his leg from where he was burned. He also went on to, I'm assuming, Reddit and was asking about how to deal with a burn on his leg.
What?
Yeah, I read that in another story. So, yeah, I mean, and this is all internet search history that they've tracked of this guy. So even though no fatalities occurred, a jury found him guilty on charges including attempted first-degree murder, arson, and malicious burning. His defense lawyer contends that he never intended to cause harm.
So they pretty much admitted, yeah, you got us, but we didn't mean to hurt anybody, or he didn't mean to hurt anybody.
He's just got anger issues, you know?
Man, he's got to be a horrible person. Like, could you imagine that you're that angry at these people that you're going to go set random fires, but you've been thinking about it for years. Like, this went on over the course of a very long time.
Over a decade, this guy was pissed, and it sounds like he was pissed even when he was a police chief. So, you know, not even once he retired. He's just a pissed off individual.
And I'm going to, and some kind of list that he's keeping of these people.
Right?
Like, these are all the people I need to attack.
There are people that I really have disliked in my life. You know what I do for revenge? I block them on Facebook. That's the extent of my issue.
It feels really good sometimes too, or to unfriend them and go, you know what? You and your crazy posts, I can't anymore. And just, it's freeing. You don't have to be friends with everybody. But you don't have to get revenge either. Just walk away. Walk
away. Just hit unfriend, block if you have to. See, I'm a big blocker. I don't want to see your shit. I don't want to see you tagged anywhere. If I've got an issue with you, you're blocked. You're done. You're bye. But just, this guy, I hope he's going to get some help when he's in jail.
He'll get some help, all right.
Oh, yeah, he will.
You're locked into the Hidden Killers podcast.
Want more? Start binging on all of our true crime podcasts right now through Apple Podcasts and get an ad-free experience when you sign up to be a True Crime Today Premium Plus member exclusively on Apple Podcasts.
More of the Hidden Killers podcast dropping soon.
Press subscribe now.